Hi, my name is Deborah and this is No More Fear. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about stage fright. For the longest, I've had stage fright, probably since I was about 10 or 11. Whenever I would get up on stage to sing, I would get all choked up, my knees would start to shake, and I couldn't think of words. It was pretty bad. And I know this is probably not a fear that everyone has, and some people have it, but they have it in different ways. I am perfectly fine speaking in front of people. I can get in front of a camera, I can get in front of a large audience, I can dance, and I will be perfectly fine. The eyes do not bother me, but when it comes to singing, that's where my fright comes in. Whereas I know some people, it might be getting up in front of a podium, it might be dancing, it might even be playing the sport that they love. That's when they get the most nervous up in front of a crowd. The thing is, it's scary getting up in front of a crowd. It's scary for a lot of people. And I definitely understand, and that was one of the first things it took for me to overcome my stage fright, is understanding that a lot of people get nervous up in front of people, and that's a natural thing. It gets even more nerve-wracking when the people you're in front of are expecting a great show, expecting greatness from you, and you're not always necessarily sure that you can provide that greatness. And I think that's where the crux of the issue really is. That's where you get to the heart of the problem of stage fright. I think a lot of times we worry that the product we're going to be producing, the things we're going to say, the song we're going to sing, the dance we're going to dance, is not going to be good enough. And that's where our fear comes in. We fear the judgment of others. I've talked about judgment before. We fear what other people might say if it's not good enough, if we ourselves are not good enough. And that can be a very frightening thing. So one of the things I try and do when I get on stage now is remind myself who I'm doing this for. Now, some people might do it for a higher power. You might really be doing it for your mom because she's the one who loves to hear you do poetry up in front of people. For me, when I sing for God. That's what helps calm my nerves. And if I feel like I'm making him happy, then I'll be okay. The problem often comes with stage fright when you start to put the power of what a good performance is, or whether or not your performance is going to go well, in someone else. When you put it in your naysayers and the people you already know don't want you to do well, that's when you start to get nervous. The next time you get up in front of someone, try thinking about the reason why you're really doing this and make sure your heart is in the right place. Because ultimately, if you do something and it makes you happy and you feel like what you wrote and created or the song that you sing is a good song, then that's what matters, not what other people are going to say about the performance that you put on. Finally, I think it's important to really center yourself before you go on stage. Part of centering yourself comes from acknowledging the fact that you have nerves and that you're getting nervous. I heard a great quote recently that said, being nervous just means that you're taking what you're doing seriously. And I think if you think about it from that lens, that you're really just taking this thing seriously, that's something that should empower you. That means that you care about what you're doing. And when you care about something and you put your heart into it and you put your mind into it, you're going to do a great thing. The next time you get up in front of someone, acknowledge your nerves, understand that you have them and that it's okay. Understand who you're doing it for, and it's always good to do it for yourself to make you happy. And finally, center yourself so that your nerves don't have as much power over you, and be confident and walk in the fact that you really just care about what you're about to do. Hopefully that'll help you guys find a little bit of peace for those of my friends out there with stage fright like me. Again, my name is Deborah and this has been No More Fear.